reason you are stuck in life is because of the people you call your friends. If you take a few minutes and hear the point in this video, you basically realize that most of the friendships that are formed these days are formed on baseless connections. And I want you to be able to watch this video and be able to have meaningful connections, connections that would help you progress progress in life in the direction that you want for yourself. So think about it. Most of the friends that you have today, you basically form this friendship based on condition. Most of your friends are your friends because you grew up in the same neighborhood. Most of your friends are your friends because you went to the same school, you went to the same church. But think about it. You met these people based on a condition. What makes you think they will help you in outgrowing that condition? But guess what? It's life. Life is moving fast. We only have one life to live. And I'm very sure you have some dreams you want to live, but for some reasons, you are thinking of what your friends will say. Think about it. So the problem now is that, first of all, is friends are not really that bad, but most people, and you especially, I can guarantee you, if you have friends in your life, right, and even if you're lonely, because to be very frank, there are phases where there are benefits for being lonely, not lonely per se, but giving your space time to be with yourself, because most people never have such moments for themselves. But that's not a video for today. It's a video for another day. But let's talk about friendship and how you can go from meaningless, baseless friendships that are formed based on conditions. And those conditions keep most people stuck. And in that process, take you to how you can make meaningful connections. And later in this video, I'll be giving you one life hack regarding friendships that has completely changed my life. If you take anything in this video, if it's just that one thing, trust me, your life will just be better. So first of all, right, my name is Tonore, and I make videos for young men for them to find their voice in this life. You see, the modern young man is stressed, is lost, is misplaced, and I make videos to basically empower them to become the better version of themselves. So if you like this video, kindly share with somebody who you know will find it very helpful. That action helps the channel grow and helps me realize that there are people who want to help the average modern young man today find himself. So first of all, like I said, your friends that you probably have today are friends that you knew based on a condition. Right? And these friends, because they met you on a certain condition, they want to keep you stuck. A couple of friends you have, I can bet you, if you take an idea to them, an idea that will make you become a better person, guess what? They might discard that idea. They might say it's a joke. Don't worry. Business is very risky, right? And if you get into a business, you might lose everything. Or they begin to tell you stories that are disempowering. Telling you stories about how their uncle got into business and guess what? He wrecked his family savings. Giving you ideas that don't work to your narrative. You see? And because you think he's your friend and you call him your friend, you may think his opinions are valid. And that's for most friendship. Most friends want to keep you the way they know you. The idea of you evolving beyond them is very, very difficult for them to understand. You see, there are even friends, right, who they are winning, but they would rather see you below them because it makes them happy, right? That at least they are ahead of you. Now, I'll tell you that most of these friends like this, you should always cut off, because when they are winning in life, if you ever go to meet them for like a secret to winning in life, guess what they will tell you? They would almost always gaslight you into believing that, no, all these things are not so important. But guess what? They are very important. Never allow anybody in this world to gaslight you. Never. That's the worst thing you can ever do for yourself. Gaslighting yourself. So, friends, I'll say, like I said, are very important. So what should you do to make the best kind of friends? I'll tell you that, remember when I said most friends are formed out of what? Condition. And friends are important. The difference is you have to form friends that are based on intentions. So most people have friends built based on conditions. You have to form friends that are based on what? Intentions, beliefs, values, vision. But as a young man, where do you start from? Your first step is a brutal step, but it's worth it. Cut out all your friends right now. Cut all of them away. Go monk mode. You see, there's a reason you're going for monk mode, so you can reset. And you need this particular phase because even if you retain a few people in your life, they will distract you. You need a phase to reflect and ask yourself, if these guys were not here, right? If I could be specific on my friends, if I could be specific on my environment, if I could design my environment, what kind of life do I want to live? But guess what? Your first step is to cut everybody away. But the moment you have somebody around you, you'll be tempted to ask, what do you think about this idea? And guess what? Like I said, most of your friends are friends that came up based on condition. And because they came up based on condition, they might tell you, oh, don't worry, it's bad. Shitty idea. Drop that idea. They might even laugh, put it up as jokes. Now, mind you, all these actions are subconscious. They are not conscious actions. Sometimes they are just doing it because of insecurities. So I always tell you, don't blame them. But take it or leave it, you are the one responsible for your life. If you live to the age 90, you begin to self-reflect and blame yourself for everything that happens. And by the way, everything that happens to you is your own fault. Take that mindset, and that's the mindset shift that make you begin to put your life in your own hands. Your first step is cut everybody out. If you want to go monk mode, go monk mode. But the reason you cut people out is because you need that lonely phase to be with yourself, to think things through. The second thing here is have a vision. You see, people heavily underestimate a vision, but let me tell you what a vision or a goal, whatever it is, it gives you a direction for your life. And when you have a vision, it basically helps you to decide almost everything you want in this life. So when you have a vision, what you're basically doing is setting an intention for one area in your life, for your life in general. I tell people that your vision should be most likely encompassing. What that means is, how much money do you want to make? Where do you want to live? And most importantly, what kind of relationships do you want to have? Now, when you have a vision that is very, very clear, it becomes very easy to do things because you are now intentional. Because by the time you have a vision you're working towards and you want to make friends, the moment you rapport with people, automatically, you know whether this person is your friend or not from the way you guys talk. You will know whether this person has shared beliefs and values. In my own story, when I was new to the gym, most of the people that I have met, amazing people, I met them through the gym. It's just these days that this gym feels a little bit cringe these days. But back in the days, right, when you met people at the gym, you met people who took themselves very, very serious. I know there were some nutheads who are just in the gym to look attractive, but a lot of the people who I speak to about philosophy, ideas, masculinity, most of these guys happen to be at the gym. Again, people at the gym take themselves very, very serious. You see, when you live your life with intentions, it's easy for you to go to places where you meet like-minded people. I've met people in libraries. I've met people in restaurants. I've met people at business events. Now, I promise to give you a life hack at the end, right? One of my greatest life hacks towards meeting friends is making friends with people who are older and more achieved than me. Bro, that life hack is heavily undervalued. You see, when I mean networking with them, when I mean meeting them or making friends with them, it's not this way they preach about networking. No, this is different from networking. You are meeting these people, right? Because you enjoy their presence. And one life hack about talking to strangers is if they really like you, right? If they like your personality, they would want to put you on board. Trust me, almost all of my friends, more than half of the people I hang out with are older than me. And trust me, almost every time we hang out, they try their possible best to give me serious advice. Sometimes I learn from their mistakes. They tell me about their mistakes, and they help me clear my thinking, which is a very powerful thing. I'll give you a story. I think when I was like 25, 26 or 24, 25, right? When I had to tell myself that I'm to grind hard. My 20s should be to grind hard, zero focus, leave women alone. And this guy asked me one question. He's in his 50s. He says, okay, so the time you are ready to settle down, maybe you're rich in your 30s, won't it be awkward if you can't talk to a lady? Do you think you need money to talk to a woman? I was like, I kept quiet. He says, do you know men who don't have money but talk to money? This guy is rich. In his 50s. When I mean rich, he's very rich. He flies his 6 kids abroad every holiday. So think about it. One thing I realized is, it's not about the money per se, but it is a level of insecurity that is in me. If I continue with that path, it is money that will be used to mask the insecurity. And guess what? It's still going to be there regardless because it is a mask. And like I said, it has been a game changer for me. And these elderly guys, one thing I've also noticed is that whenever I happen to be in events with them, and mind you, because I'm the smallest in the room, everybody knows, right? I keep my mouth shut. Even though they're having arguments and I have a point, I keep my mouth shut. And these guys, whenever they hear that, whenever they see me in their circle, they always try to like give me memories of when they were my age, things they regret. And I'm like, these are like golden gems. Sometimes I take content ideas from them, basically. So some things that I say in my short form content, by the way, very interesting, the life hack, is from them. Because I was very intentional about meeting them. Now, it's like networking. You see, like, I'm not meeting these guys for business. I'm just meeting them, and that's the life hack, basically. Making them like you, right? I make them like you by, again, these guys are actually looking for what? People to mentor. They like hanging around young people. So it's a very nice relationship where they are looking for young men to mentor. And I'm basically there just being a friend. Right now, I'm basically traveling next month for like a 3 or 4 days trip. And I'm going with these guys. They basically invited me, and I'm like, so to be very, very serious, I'm on a 90 days continent challenge. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I just have a feeling that, man, let me see how it turns out to be, right? I have to clear all of my clients' work to go for this thing because almost every time we come together and they're the ones bringing me for it. I didn't invite myself. And I say that is like networking. Network so that you show your personality. Don't network because you want to do business. And trust me, after these guys, they keep asking me what I do because they want to hook me up on certain contracts. But because of one, I used to create software, which I'm about to leaving the software aspect towards like helping younger men in terms of life coaching and all. Now, they're okay with, they keep looking for ways to basically give me gigs because they basically like my presence. And bro, I can always say it's a life hack. I can keep talking for life, basically. There's basically no reason you should not have some men in your life who are older than you, who have also achieved the things you want to achieve. And also one thing that they helps me with is navigating this red pill space. Trust me, because most guys, younger guys, are stuck in this red pill space. And if you want to know about the red pill space, let me know in the comment section. I would always go back towards reviewing it. So a couple of things you should do now is, first of all, when you're intentional about the guys you're bringing into your life, look for guys who are on their purpose. You see, you guys don't have to be on the same purpose. If you're a basketballer, you don't have to meet with guys who are only basketballers. No. The reason you want guys who are on their purpose is because the journey can be lonely, right? Journey of life can be lonely if you're on your purpose, but when you meet people who are happy to be on their own grind, who are happy to do their own stuff, guess what? The journey feels lighter, right? And what it gets interesting is that you guys always find a way to motivate each other. My guy called me today, talking about how he missed out on a business deal. And guess what? A couple of ideas bounced out, and we figured out a way to navigate the fuck up. See, again, is have friends around you who want the best for you. And like Jordan Peterson says, careful who you tell good news to, because they may feel sad for you. They want bad things to happen to you. Be careful who you tell bad news to, because they could be happy that something bad is happening in your life. So be very careful. Look for friends when you give them bad news, they are looking for ways to twist the story around. When you give them good news, they're thinking of how to make the things happen today. So tomorrow, I have another guy who is a DJ, and he began to put out content for his DJ stuff. We're going out tomorrow to look for a location to shoot. I'm packing all of my gears to go. And that's how friendship should be. We are not on the same path. We are working together, knowing fully well that at some point we may split, but we basically have shared beliefs, shared ideas, shared philosophies. Again, you need friends that call you out on your bullshit. This is very important. Yeah. Because it's easy for our egos to think that we are always right, we are always correct. I mean, if you don't have guys who are older than you, who have been where you are right now, your friends will be able to call you out on your rubbish or your stupid ideas. Because whether I like it or not, no matter who you are, some of your ideas will be fucked up, some of your ideas will be stupid. But if you have no one to take you out of it, you're fucked. You're completely fucked. So friends that will call you out on your bullshit are very, very important. And lastly, guys who want the best for you. And precisely guys who want the best for themselves. Guys who want the best for you. Speaking about guys who want the best for you, I feel guys who also want the best for you, right? Also guys you can have healthy competition with, because recently, I one of my guys, right? We learned how to swim, and one thing we discovered was that we were always competing amongst ourselves. Now, the competition we did was not a competition to make somebody feel less than. Some days he wins, some days I win. But guess what? Just because of that competition, we both became better swimmers. Now, we go out, sometimes we don't have to compete, but when we have to compete, we push ourselves, right? Guess what? He has never said he's better than me in swimming. I don't think I'm better either. But if we never race, guess what? We never know how good you can be in swimming. And that is just swimming. But the message here is that you and your friends can engage in healthy competition where you don't put the loser down. Instead, you make the loser, you make the person who loses now to up his game later. That's what friendship should be about, right? You're doing your thing, you're helping each other achieve your own goals. Now, a couple of caution here is you should be very careful, right, about not making your friendship transactional. Where if you don't help me, I don't help you. No, if not, if you make it too transactional, it becomes boring. It means that you're surrounding yourself with people who just want to take, or you yourself want to take alone and you never give. No. Friendship is about giving and taking. You are connecting based on shared beliefs and values. You are very intentional about your life first, and also intentional about the life of other people. You guys are constantly thinking of win-win situations, and you're basically enjoying life together as you go. So the message for today is stop having friends that are built or based on conditions. Drop those friendships that are based on conditions, because those friendships will never help you pass those conditions. Those friendships are built to keep you in that same condition. Go for friendships that have a deeper sense of purpose, a deeper sense of meaning, something that makes you feel much more alive. And you only do that by knowing where you're going to in life and being intentional about bringing people into your life, people who you share beliefs, values. Sometimes you can even share purpose together. You guys can even be competitors in the same business, because I have seen friendships where they're competitors in the same business but different markets. So that's what I have for you today. So my name is Stone Noreye. I basically create content that help young men find their voice in this life. We live in a time where just because you have the XY chromosome, because you are a young man, the world is against you. Hey, I basically make content to make you realize that you're different. And one thing you should do is share this video with somebody else. Let's get this movement moving. Let's get this movement faster, where we basically encourage men to wake up, to stand up to life, to find their voice, and to become better versions of themselves. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon, and bye for now.